Ziggler seems to finally have overcome all of that. He's getting the most serious push that I've seen him get maybe ever, and that includes winning the World Heavyweight title the night after WrestleMania last year, which was a great moment, but never went anywhere. And it was one of the most lackluster title reigns in history. He got hurt with the concussion. He came back, I think his first match back. He lost the belt to Alberto Del Rio. So yeah, he won the world title, big whoop. It didn't really amount to anything. And he had it taken away from him pretty much right away. So this probably is the most serious push I've ever seen the guy get in WWE. Now, for the first time, it really feels like this guy is on the verge of becoming a breakout star, which sounds weird to me when I say that, given that he's been around for almost a decade now. I mean, think about that. Go back to when he was Chavo's caddy and the Spirit Squad. I mean, we're talking 2005, 2006. That's almost 10 years this guy has been around for. But he's never felt, to me, as close to being a truly top guy than he does right now in these last few weeks. He just needs that little extra push to get there. And, look, 10 years or not, what did Steve Austin used to say? Took him 8 years of busting his ass to get to the top. Some guys, it takes a little bit longer than others. He could get there. He still could get there. The question is, will he? What can they do with this guy heading into WrestleMania season to really cement him as a main event player? Because with Roman Reigns getting the big push as the next big babyface, and John Cena still hanging around, Daniel Bryan may be on his way back, Dean Ambrose is right there with those guys, Randy Orton, he's coming back soon, probably as a babyface or a tweener. Where does Dolph Ziggler fit in? It's a very crowded field all of a sudden when you think of it like that. Where does this guy fit in? Be very easy for him to get lost in the shuffle. So one of the mailbag questions I got this week was from Ryan in Adelaide, Australia. And I want to do his question now because it's about Dolph Ziggler and it's relevant to the question that I just asked. He says, I see people online saying that Dolph Ziggler should win the Royal Rumble. I think him winning the Rumble would be hard to believe after all the losing he's done the last few years. But I think that Ziggler could potentially have a good feud with Triple H. Triple H could come through the crowd at the Rumble, screw Ziggler because he did win the Survivor Series match, which ousted the Authority. And Ziggler could ask John Cena to give Triple H his job back because he wants to fight him, depending on who Sting is wrestling at WrestleMania. Would you like this feud? I think that's a really intriguing idea. I had not thought of Triple H and Dolph Ziggler. Especially after that promo that Triple H cut on him that one time on Raw, and Ziggler being the one to pin Kane, he pinned Harper, then he pinned Rollins, he ousted the Authority with Sting's help, of course, at Survivor Series. The seeds have been planted if they want to go in that direction. I've been thinking about how they can keep Ziggler's momentum going and who might be a good opponent for him at WrestleMania, and I keep coming back to John Cena, but given how guys sometimes end up coming out of a feud with John Cena, like Dolph Ziggler did after TLC in 2012, I can use Dolph Ziggler himself as Exhibit A of what happens sometimes after you feud with John Cena. I'm a little afraid of that. If you look at Ziggler and Triple H, it's a high-profile match for the guy, for Ziggler, and if Undertaker insists on coming back for one more match, it frees him up for Sting. And I just talked about this a few minutes ago. But if he insists on coming back, and I would prefer that he not come back and still make an appearance at WrestleMania and have a moment with Sting, but not actually wrestle the guy. But I will take Undertaker and Sting over Undertaker and Bray Wyatt any day of the week at this stage of the game. So if the guy insists on coming back and Vince has him back for one more match, at least one more match, then you put Ziggler together with Triple H. Like I said, that frees up Sting for a big match with The Undertaker, however the match may turn out. I would absolutely get behind a Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H match, with Ziggler getting a big win. I don't know that he has to really convince John Cena to reinstate the Authority, though. I mean, I thought the storyline was that Triple H and Stephanie are still working for the company. They just don't have any power over the roster anymore. Triple H could still wrestle, as far as I know. He could still come out and eliminate Ziggler from the Royal Rumble match. Ziggler would have to drop the Intercontinental title before then because there's no way Triple H is wrestling the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania. But absolutely, I like the idea a lot.